and he will be playing our red Sheik for this set. Bit of a different color swap here, kind of Christmas themed for this one, but in the matchup stays the same.
I'm interested in the tags. It's like Lod and then Liad. Like, I don't know if it's just it has to be a nod to Lod, right? But are they both just like Lod fans? I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, we'll have to get a bit more of the lore surrounding that after that's complete. But similar tune to the previous set against Lukademus, Juicebox kind of off to a really solid start here. Kind of see if Fortissimus can wrap this one up and even up the stock count.
Yeah, so far Juicebox is gaining a very, very solid lead. 50% is getting close to the point where you can no longer CC dash attack. My guess is it's probably around like 65 or so. Like I know it's around 60 for Fox. And, you know, we saw earlier there that, like, Fortissimus, or Fortissimus, I think would be it, like you said, was able to CC a back air. So, you know, the more percent you can get against a character who's very, very vulnerable to crouch cancel, the more you're able to kind of brute force your way into neutral.
I just gotta ask, because we got a note from production as well. This is something I haven't brought up in a long time, but isn't it kind of like the old wives' tale of you shouldn't play Sheik with a tag because it telegraphs your recovery?
Well, old wives' tale is a funny way to word it, but yes, there is a thing. I don't know if that was fixed. So at one point it was not an old wives' tale implies like it was. Like, you know,
I mean, like, we kind of like fast traveled through 2020, so I'm just kind of like not counting that.
So basically, some builds have consciously fixed this, if I recall correctly. But what Walt is describing is the case where if you play with a tag, like the tag will follow your up B. Yeah, before you do, you know, your up B. And
yeah,
I don't think it's on this setup, both because production is saying that and also because we saw Juicebox up B there and you could see the tag like followed the direction beforehand.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm bringing it back up, because I'm seeing it and I feel like I haven't noticed that. And I mean, I'm sure to have played against a Sheik with a tag in the past year. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not a thing in Slippy because there are no tags, right? So.
Oh, true,
so
yeah.
It has to be something that's like you'd be playing a direct match, and even then there's no tags. So you'd have to be playing like in person, which really doesn't happen for most people. So that's why you haven't seen it. But if you are at home and you're, you know, maybe you're a slippy kid, I guess would be the term, and you haven't played in tournament, I wouldn't actually recommend playing with the tag because if we can see, once one of them gets off stage, you'll see it. Like they'll up B, and the tag will just follow their position just slightly early. So yeah, one of them's off stage right now. We got Fortissimus back on, but it's gonna happen soon. Okay, it's gonna happen right now, and watch the tag. See? It like
yeah, it does kind of tighten up those
Specifically, what it does change is like if there's any kind of ambiguity around where you're gonna land, it goes away because you can see where the tag's going. Whereas like there's a middle area when the tag is not there that like it can kind of be unclear which direction they're gonna land in.
Yeah, absolutely. The running joke that me and some of my hometown friends had when we played was that Sheik has combos, kind of just A to B to C, and they're very straightforward. But you know, kind of finding out those recoveries a little bit earlier, thanks to the tag, really loosens up that alphabet a bit more, makes it a bit easier to remember. But game 2, we're going to be seeing Yoshi's story.
Yeah, not surprises. Definitely like one of those kind of stylistic picks where in the Ditto, like if you feel, you know, they're doing a good job of zoning you out, maybe on Yoshi's you can kind of get in there. I honestly cannot stop looking at the tag stuff now. Like it's just every time I see an up B, I'm like, fascinating. Nature is back. Like the world is healing. But yeah. So I think I like the Yoshi's pick. There it is again. Ooh, goes for a very strange read there.
Yeah, and I think the big theme that we've been seeing over the last 2 sets is just fundamentally Juicebox, incredibly strong player, kind of just understands what he needs to do, knows his win cons, and is getting there on not necessarily the perfect line. We did see a handful of SDs in the previous set with Lukademus, but, you know, still pretty strongly outplaying over the span of these 2 sets. And there we see just the standard combo right there, wraps it up with the forward air, 3 stocks to 2 in favor of the green Sheik.
Ooh, but right now that up tilt opening up a pretty important edge guard that didn't end up working out. You know, goes for the fair. I think wasn't able to get the kind of reverse, either fair or more commonly nair from that situation, which makes sense. But should be able to clean it up here if they can. Again, like sort of weird situations. Oftentimes you'll see in a Sheik Ditto, they'll go for like the roll up, grab, and then back throw and kind of reset over and over. But just because of the spacing that Juicebox, I guess, was finding themselves in, that sort of made that not possible.
Sure. 2 stocks to 1 here. Juicebox potentially facing down another 2-0. Could potentially close the door really, really quick here if he finds this second game.
Oh, Shy Guy DI is so on the table.
Catching.
We did actually see a little bit of it there. That's, you know, one of the other things that I'm surprised we actually didn't get rid of along with Slippy. Like, I'm not surprised, but Shy Guys can really change the dynamic of a game in situations like what we just saw.
Evening it up right now, 1 stock apiece, just 43% separating, but it's going to be Tilt City pretty soon, and not in the angry way, just in the gameplay sense.
Yeah, that's you know.
Oh, he read the jump.
Going for CC, not surprised either. I like the down air extension. Oh, and even connects the forward tilt, but this is tricky. Oh. Get the dash attack. That should be it. Yeah. Nice.
Wow, okay. Yeah, Fortissimus kind of showing some signs of life in that game. Potentially could have taken it, but now he's got a really, really tough challenge ahead of him. Wins in a row to take this set.
Yeah, that sounds very difficult. Like very, very difficult to say the least. I think going Fox, again, interesting choice.
Juicebox going Fox.
Oh, yeah. That is, I guess, maybe trying to practice a counter pick. You know, might as well do it in tournament, especially at like a local where the stakes are a bit lower, but very interesting choice.
Yeah, just lets him do the rapid jabs on shield. Yeah, Fortissimus just getting caught up in shield quite a bit over the span of this set, and I think Juicebox is catching onto it pretty hard, especially in the Sheik Dittos, just kind of run up grab and then just getting a billion damage off of it.
That was rough,
How many
though.
SDs have we seen?
Yeah, definitely. Like, one of the things I find, and I'm curious kind of what your thoughts are on this, is like, I find when I switch characters mid-set, I find it like really, really difficult. Like, I know you play primarily
Dude, I can't even switch like Mario to Doc without it feeling weird, so yeah.
Like, I just find it very, very jarring, and within about a game I've adjusted, but it makes it so it's just not really a viable strategy for me unless I'm like significantly better than the opponent, because it just, that change is like so jarring. And Fox to Sheik, like, that's a very different feel, other than the jump squat being the same, which does help, honestly, but it's not
Sure.
not the only important quality between the two characters.
A pretty ambitious full hop drift in nair by Juicebox in front of Fortissimus' shield, finds the shine through the pressure either way, and here we are pretty much even in this third stock for both of them.
Yeah, it does get clipped by the get up attack, manages to react. Oh my god, Shy Guys, I'm telling you, man, like, one of those days,
That was
one of these
crazy.
days. Yeah, it's like a crazy concept in general, Shy Guy DI. Oh my god, is he gonna get back? No. Okay. Just being able to use their kind of that interaction in a way to go much, 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 much farther. If you guys want to learn how to do that,
Sure.
definitely search Cardano and Shy Guy DI and you can figure it out. But I've always felt like, so yeah, here's a good question, and I also would love to hear what the chat says, but like, there's a lot of stuff in Melee, Wispy, Shy Guys. Transformations is like by far the biggest one, but like Crispies, Shy Guy, the moving platforms and FOD, although that's like kind of just the stage that people don't like. And I'm curious, like, what, Walt, you feel, like, how do you feel about Shy Guys? How do you feel about Randall? How do you feel like?
I kind of like it because I have a whole video talking about how like S2J that versus Westball is